Hey there, welcome back again. It's another exciting time to bring delight to your view. From Star Wars to Avatar, the science fiction genre is known for showcasing unbelievable gadgets, vehicles, and cities that are completely out of this world. These movies feel like pure fantasy. However, all their science fiction might not stay fictional for much longer. Scientists and engineers in the real world are at work developing insane inventions that can rival the gadgets of the silver screen. Today we're going to hop into and zoom into the near future, looking at cyber chefs, futuristic fashion, and literal cyborgs as we take a sneak peek at some inventions of the future that will soon be available to everyone. If you are new to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to stay on track on our every releases. Zoom into the future when you watch sci-fi movies. The future seems a long way away. However, time moves pretty fast and the world really can change in the blink of an eye, sometimes quite literally. In 2019, a group of scientists from the University of California, San Diego invented an unbelievable accessory, a set of contact lenses that zoom in when you blink twice. When you look up, down, or blink, your eyes give off unique electrical signals that correspond to each movement. The contact lenses contain electrodes that track and respond to these electrical impulses, and the lenses are crafted using polymers that expand when an electric current is applied. When the lenses register a double blink, the polymer lenses change shape slightly, increasing their magnification, making everything appear 32% larger for the wearer. An early version of the lenses and other variations like them that already been built. But the researchers are still trying to figure out how to make them out of gas. Permeable plastic, the material that's used in regular contacts. This thin plastic allows oxygen to reach the wearer's eye, letting them safely wear contacts all day without damaging their eyesight. There are a lot of applications for these lenses, both cool and creepy alike, but it's predicted to be a good few years before they're released publicly. So for now, your mother will need to continue squinting at her phone every time she gets a text message. Supersuits, as impressively strong as human bones can be, the truth is, we're all one tumble down the stairs away from breaking an arm or a leg. Thankfully, we'll soon be able to reinforce our feeble bodies with exoskeletons, giant mechanical suits that are designed to make us faster and stronger. The Guardian Exo is a full-body, rechargeable, battery-powered exoskeleton that can increase the wearer's strength, allowing them to lift up to 200 pounds of weight without straining. The Guardian won't allow us to lift cars or jump over buildings. That kind of stuff is still a way off. However, it will use its electrical motors and sophisticated array of 120 ultra-precise body sensors to allow a person to comfortably lift a refrigerator, a small couch, or say your mom. This incredible piece of tech is available to buy now. However, it currently costs $100,000 per year to rent, making it far too expensive for the average consumer. Plus, it's better suited for moving house than saving the world. However, other exoskeletons were created for more altruistic purposes. The Rewalk is a lower body exoskeleton that's designed to allow people with paraplegia to stand upright, walk, and climb upstairs. The exoskeleton has 4 powerful motors at the hip and knee joints that are activated when the user tilts their upper body in different directions, allowing significant mobility. While the device currently costs up to $85,000 a unit, the team behind the Rewalk have started to make the tech available on certain medical insurance plans and are aiming to make it cheaper over time. So with any luck, the incredible device will soon become more widespread, changing thousands of lives for the better. Cyber chef. Until we evolve to plug ourselves into an outlet for charging, human beings will need to eat and drink. However, in the future, we might not need to cook. Back in 2015, Moly Robotics had the culinary world shouting holy moly when they unveiled a robot that can use its 2 giant hands to cook your meals. The gadget comes pre-programmed with thousands of recipes from award-winning chefs, and it will pour, stir, and sizzle its way to culinary perfection. While the robot can't prep ingredients just yet, as its creators are reluctant to give it a knife, it will recognize specialized ingredient containers and what they've been assigned to contain. Using this customizable recognition, you can input your own recipes into the device's touchscreen, allowing the machine to perfectly recreate Grandma's famous spaghetti with robotic precision. Though admittedly not quite the level of elegant precision in the CGI render you are seeing here, the real version isn't quite that pretty yet, but the most expensive variant does cost an eye-watering $340,000 nonetheless. Still, no one ever said living in the future was cheap, and if futuristic food is what you crave, this is as good as it gets. No way, Ray from Doc's DeLorean to Luke's X-Wing. Sci-fi movies are full of futuristic vehicles that put our cars to shame. However, with new, innovative technologies, real-world vehicles are growing increasingly futuristic. An augmented reality display, for example, is a gadget that's predicted to become widespread in cars over the next couple of decades and exists in limited forms even today. This amazing tech turns a car's windscreen into a holographic smart device by projecting a bunch of information straight onto the glass in front of the driver. AR devices can use built-in cameras to scan the road in front of you, building a digital image which it can interact with. A laser and optical fiber system then projects images up onto the windscreen at an ideal angle to reach the driver's eyes. These images appear to be overlaid onto reality, allowing amazing things like overlaying an ideal racing line onto the asphalt, showing you where you should drive for maximum efficiency. These cameras also constantly scan for any potential hazards on the road, drawing your attention to pedestrians crossing the street or cars pulling out in front of you. A tech company called Waylay has created an AR display that can turn your daily commute into a video game by scoring your driving as you go and letting you compete with your friends. That might sound like a terrible idea, but the way Ray will score you on how safely you drive, giving you points for staying in your lane, stopping at red lights, and driving at safe speeds, which is great, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed. It doesn't give you points for stunt jumps, man or machine. Over the last decade, it's become increasingly popular to turn yourself into a cyborg by implanting a tiny microchip into your hand. These microchips are the same as the ones inside digital house keys, bank cards, and e-tickets. So once your implant is linked to your online accounts, you can buy your groceries, open your front door, and access public transport with the flick of a wrist. Unfortunately, there are some serious privacy concerns about the microchips. In theory, the companies that produce the chips put measures in place to track you every time you use the device, keeping a log of almost everything you do and your location at all times. These privacy concerns have prompted lots of wannabe cyborgs to make their own cybernetic enhancements at home. Back in 2008, software engineer Jerry Jelgava lost the tip of his finger in a motorcycle accident. Jerry was offered an ordinary prosthetic to replace the appendage. However, he decided to use one fitted with a USB stick instead, using it to store photos and a few different computer programs. Similarly, in 2007, a documentary filmmaker called Rob Spence had to have his eye removed due to an injury. Instead of replacing the eye with an ordinary prosthetic, Rob decided to fit his empty socket with a working camera that he could use to shoot his documentaries. He fit the camera with an on-off switch, a 30-minute battery, and a glowing red light that turns on whenever he starts filming to prove that he can't secretly record anybody without their consent. For most of us, cybernetic enhancements might seem extreme and unnerving, but if they become more legitimate and commercialized in the future, it seems conceivable that they'll become a part of everyday life. But what would you rather have? A thumb drive in your index finger or a digital camera in your eyeball? Let me know in the comments below. So that is it for today's video. I'm sure you had a nice time. If you want more of this on your screen, kindly like this video and hit the subscribe button to keep up. Until next time, see you.